Well, I think I can. I think you can start preparing for a guaranteed income program where you live. Probably this year in 2022. Certainly not everywhere yet, but it's going to be popping up around the country because it already is. There's about 60 programs already that I've seen, and every report that comes back says how effective they are. So if they're effective, man, people will get smart and realizing that giving people $500 a month, $1,000 a month to do whatever the hell they want is a lot better than giving any other program money or not money to pay for things. So it's called guarantee income, and the DC government had one here in Washington DC where I live, and they were giving out $500 a month for 12 months. So you got $6,000, and I think it went up to 590 residents, and it was remarkable success. I mean, the rec tax program, the stress level went down for people living on marginal income, and actually the income is like $40,000, which surprised me when I saw that. But it showed that people, who got that money were able to live a lot better, have a lot less stress, even save money. Thursday report that lower rates of mental health stressors. So we had better, less mental health problems, less food insecurity, and mental health. I mean, that's another big issue in our country. Let me show you an article I read here about how problems, uh, pandemic increased the access to mental, worsen access to mental health. Listen to this. This article here that talks about mental health problems we have. Angela Huntley Garrett, at her home in Los Angeles on February 28th, after losing her father in September, she contacted, listen to this, 25 therapists in 3 months and were unable to find a single one accepting new clients. You hear that? She called 25 therapists, you for mental health, and not one of them were accepting new clients. I mean, talk about demand. I mean, this is a field to get into if you're looking for a job. But back to back to the program on the cash advance or the guaranteed income. And this is a website that tries to keep up on it. It's pretty good, but it doesn't have all of them. I've run into more that aren't on this list, but this is a good list to start. Mayors, Mayors, for FOR AGI, okay? AGI.org, mayors for AGI.org. Okay, and that's all about guaranteed income. They said people with children, and help them, help get stuff for children. And one more important thing, they said the people, they have studies on how people spent the money, and they worried about, poor people will spend it on frivolous things. Well, apparently not. At least not any more than the average person. So the conclusion of the study is that they don't spend it on those goods any more than you and I or anyone else would. So that's what was the worry is, they rather give you food stamps instead of money to buying for food, and that gets complicated and bureaucratic and stuff like that. Now, another way to find this, I find that this name keeps popping up in a lot of the programs, and that's the Urban League, the National Urban League. If you go nul.org, you could find all their affiliates, and they have 90 affiliates around the country. So if you're trying to find out if there is a guaranteed income coming to your city or state or whatever, these people are good people to talk to. And of course, your mayor or governor maybe, but sometimes a lot of this stuff is so political for them to want to even admit it or something like that. So you can certainly call your elected official, and you find your elected official at Common Cause, commoncause.org. And there you just say, find my representatives, and put your zip code in. And then you can start beating on them and get on their list so that if they do have one locally, they want to brag that they did this, and they'll tell you about it. So the study that came out about what the district is doing, I know there's an active one in Atlanta and a whole bunch of cities across the country now. So you want to keep up and keep your eyes out, because the ones who wake up early get the worm. It's something like that, isn't it? some saying that I remember 100 years ago. Or what? Early bird gets the worm. That's what the heck it is. I've never seen any worms in the morning anyway. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's coming, and it seems to be an important trend that we're getting a little uh, smarter about how to handle benefits to people who are struggling in our society, because we got a lot of that, and it seems like a growing a growing segment of the population, bigger than even the growth in millionaires, I guess. But that's a biased opinion. But I'll be here. Stay tuned. And by the way, if you Let's Go Help now. If you don't know what Let's Go Help is, letsgohelp.com is where we help. We give you unlimited personal help in applying to every government program. And we'd be a nonprofit we like, but I don't like the bureaucracy of that. And we are a nonprofit in some way because we give all our profits back to members. We have a grant every month, on the 4th of the following month, like now it's March. So the grant closing time is April 4th. And we give out about $30,000 to our members in grants of $1,000 or $500. So we see our members as our investors. So after we get paid, then we start paying back to the members. And that just feels so good. So we're in the process of counting those applications, and it should be another week or so. So you could apply for the next one if you don't get this one. And if you're not a Let's Go member, then take a look at I have something called a Let's Go Free Help, and this is a course I have on it's expert course on getting government grants, and it's free. It's 37 videos, take you step by step of all the kinds of grants that are out there and what they're for, how to use them. So it's my, what do you call it, expert smart course or something like that. But it's a course, an online course for you to start learning, and it's no charge. So take a look. I'll talk to you soon.